almost heaven. West Virginia.
Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan. Fallout 76 is here. We finally got our hands on it, and there's no more NDA, so we can finally talk about it. And I'm going to give you my initial review right now. As you guys know, I've been positive about Fallout 76 all along, and there was nothing in playing the game that changed my opinion. In fact, playing the game exceeded all my expectations. It was a fabulous experience. I played it solo for the first half of the beta, and then the second half I teamed up with my Bethesda brother Joey Caps Gaming, and I want to tell you, both experiences was wonderful. Playing solo in this game is just like Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3. It is a Fallout experience. So if you like Fallout and you don't want to play multiplayer, be assured that you can play this game solo. You do not have to play the multiplayer. Now, it's a little bit harder. There's a little bit more enemies in this game. And since there is no setting as far as hard, medium, easy, it's going to be a little bit harder in some areas, but you can definitely play it solo. So there is one concern that is taken off the table. Another concern was the no NPCs, and that was never a problem for me. The world never seemed empty at all. In fact, just the opposite. The world was very full of enemies, number one. By the way, another concern that people have been saying is that there was only one type of enemy. And even though the world is full of the Scorched, and I believe that's going to be part of the story, I don't know that. I'm not giving spoilers in this. I'm thinking that might be. I found a wide variety of enemies, and new enemies, by the way. There's a lot of new enemies in this game. So don't think you're just going to be coming up against just one type of enemy over and over and over. I found a very wide variety of enemies. But this world is not empty at all. So another bit of negativity about no NPCs, it's going to be an empty world, it's going to be a boring world. I found it just the opposite. This is a very full world. In fact, it was more full than Fallout 4, or it seemed that way to me. And another thing about the no NPCs thing, it kind of gives a creepy Fallout vibe to me. Remember, story-wise, Vault 76 is the first vault to open in the whole Fallout world. So there's not supposed to be people out there. So story-wise, it's very good that you're not running into people. But it gives a very creepy vibe to the game, and I like that. It just makes it feel more Fallout-y to me. The weapons and gunplay are very similar to Fallout 4. If you like the weapons and gunplay from Fallout 4, you're going to like the weapons and gunplay in this. Now, I had heard a lot of concern about the VATS. I really like the VATS in this game. In fact, I went VATS heavy, even putting perks into the VATS. So I didn't have any problem with the VATS at all. It is different, but it didn't bother me at all. And it may take you a little time to adjust, but I think you'll find that you'll like it. There's a lot more weapons in this game. There's a lot more crafting in this game than there was in Fallout 4. You're going to find just simple things like recipes. There are worlds of more recipes, more crafting options, more armor options, more weapon mod options. It's very crafting heavy. So if you like that in Fallout 4, you're really going to like that in this game. Now, the survival aspects in this game might get a little tedious to you until you learn to take care of them. That you have to make sure you eat, you have to make sure you drink, you have to make sure you sleep. Your weapons degrade. Sometimes they will disintegrate right in the middle of a battle. So some of those things, again, might get a little tedious, especially since you're not used to them. So those will take getting used to. I think people are going to be on the fence with these survival aspects because I'm on the fence with them. In one sense, they make the game more immersive, and that part of me likes them. But the part of me that just wants to play the game, they're too tedious, and I don't want to have to remember them. So even I'm on the fence with the survival aspects of the game. But they do make the game more immersive, so I hope as I get used to them that I will like them more. Some people are reporting that frame rate is still an issue with this game. I actually didn't run into many frame rate problems, but I didn't venture as far away as some people did. Of course, we need to remember that this is still a beta, and they've still got plenty of time to work on it, but hopefully they will optimize this game and the frame rate will take care of itself. There are some bugs in the game, of course, being a Bethesda Game Studios game. One bug that I ran into quite often was when I would shoot a Scorched and he would die. Instead of falling down, he would just stand there. It would be like he was paralyzed standing up. I ran into that several times, 2 or 3 times. So little bugs like that. The spinning bug, when you'd shoot one and they'd spin, I ran into that a few times. So the normal Bethesda bugs I saw. Other than that, I didn't see any negatives in the game other than those few little bugs. Before I give you my overall thoughts of the game, let me give you one story from my play. Toward the end of the beta, me and Joey had made our way to the back of Moundsville Prison, and we didn't know it, but we had made our way to a guard tower, and it was one of those places that was a mini game within the game where the enemies would spawn and come after you. And like I said, it was a guard tower that you were supposed to guard from these enemies, and it was super mutants that would come and spawn. Well, we made our way up to the top of this guard tower, and then all of a sudden here comes these super mutants, and they're on top of buildings. There's some coming at us, and we had so much fun. Yes, we died a couple of times, but we had an amazing time trying to fend off these super mutants, and we were both very low level 6, I think 6 or 7 at the time, and I don't know how high these super mutants were. And the point of this story is Fallout 76 is so full of things to do, whether it's main questing, whether it's camp building, whether it's the mini games within the game itself, whether it's playing with someone, playing solo. There are so many things to do. Plus, this game is going to continue to evolve. They're going to continue adding to this on a monthly, bi-monthly basis that you're hardly ever going to run out of things to do in this game. So I am so excited about the future of this game, and I really don't see where any of the negativity can come from. Well, I do, but I'm just going to turn the negativity off, because all the negative thoughts that I could possibly have about this game, as I said, it just exceeded all of my expectations, and I'm so happy with this game. So my final thoughts on the game: if you remember when I first saw the very first footage of the game, I called it Fallout 4 on steroids. And I'm going to say that's exactly what it is, because in fact, while me and Joey Caps Gaming was playing it, we both commented that that's exactly what it felt like. It looks amazing. The world is beautiful. You can see so much further than you could see in Fallout 4. It's so much crisper than Fallout 4 was. Everything in it, the crafting is expanded. Everything is expanded from Fallout 4, but yet it still feels like Fallout. So it is Fallout 4 on steroids. If you liked Fallout, if you liked Fallout 4, now I'm not talking about the dialogue system or the story, I'm talking about the world, the exploring, just the mechanics of Fallout 4, then you're going to love Fallout 76. That is the best way for me to say it. So my review analysis of Fallout 76 is, it's the same as I said when I saw it the very first time. It is Fallout 4 on steroids. And if I was to give it a number, again, it's a work in progress. It's a beta, but I would definitely give it up around a 9, somewhere in there. I hope they continue to work on optimizing it. I hope they get the frame rate issue fixed. and I do believe they're going to really work hard at putting new content in this. And if they do those things, this can be an awesome game for years to come. And I can't wait to see where it goes. Thanks for stopping by the King's Corner and getting your Bethesda fix right here. All my links are down below. Like me, follow me. Remember, we have Discord, and if you can and if you're able, become a Patreon. There's some benefits for you as well for me. And if you can't do that, I understand. But if you want to give a one-time gift to the KingFanMan, there's also a link down below called Coffee. Do that. You can give $3, $5. Anything could help the old KingFanMan that needs some help. So think about doing that as well. Y'all come back now. You hear?
Like a breeze, country roads take me home.